So let's enter into Gita. So refer verse 51. Karmajam buddhi yukta hi phalam tyaktva manishinaha janma bandha vinirmuktaha padam gachanti anamayam. Each, how beautifully Lord is giving. Buddhi yukta manishinaha. Manishinaha, the wise, the sages, who are empowered with buddhi yuktaha. Buddhi yuktaha means yoga buddhi as well as sankhya buddhi. They are the sages. So buddhi yuktaha manishinaha. How did they get it? With buddhi yoga, karma yoga, they purified their heart, purified themselves. And with sankhya buddhi, they discovered and realized their true nature. I as I, the divine life, the universal life, the pure consciousness, Chinmaya. So karmajam buddhi yukta hi phalam tyaktva manishinaha. Karmajam phalam. Karmajam phalam. The fruits born out of your action. The fruit of action. So karmajam phalam tyaktva. Abandoning, totally abandoning the fruits of action. Now, abandoning, don't misunderstand. Abandoning does not mean they're throwing away the fruits of action. That's not the meaning. And when you get the paycheck and you're throwing, if you want to throw away, today you throw it away for the Gurudakshina if you did not understand. Abandoning means rising above. The fruits of action, they are fed up with the fruits. In the past, they have tasted so much. They are no more interested in the fruits. Like, imagine, no attachment at all. Like grandpa and grandson. The grandson wants to please his grandpa because he wants something. So he comes to grandpa. Grandpa, I want to give you something. Grandpa says, what better? I want to give you my favorite marble. My best marble for you. Now imagine what will grandpa interested in the marble, but just to please the child, he says, oh, you want to give me? How lucky I am. You are the greatest. You are my favorite. You are the only one who understands what I really want. And the grandson is pumped up and takes out from his pocket very carefully. And then, Grandpapa, this is for you. And the grandpapa takes it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will keep it for my entire life. This is my best possession, says the grandpa. Now I have to work now, I have to do. We'll talk later. And he keeps it. And now the grandson says, oh, this is not the right time to talk. So he goes. After 5 minutes, he comes and says, Grandpa, you know, I came to know that there's a carnival close by. I want to go. Grandpa, please take me there. Grandpa says, tomorrow we'll go. Not today, because today I'm busy. Tomorrow I'll take you. You will not take me? Not today. You will not take me? I said, tomorrow. Give me back my marble. Give back my marble. Give it back. Now, grandpa said, beta, please, please. No, give it back. Now, what will grandfather do? He takes the marble and gives it. Beta, please, please think once more. Tomorrow I'll take you. Tomorrow. No, give it back. I want it back. So grandpapa gives it back. That fellow takes it and goes. And grandpa feels, beta, please, please. That fellow walks out. I'm very happy that I made my grandfather sad because he made me sad. Therefore, I made him sad. Moment the grandson goes out of the room, the grandpa feels relieved. Playing marbles is painful for grandpa because for playing marbles, you have to sit down. And if grandpa, he can't sit down. If he sits down, he can't stand. And he has to balance on the thumb sitting down. And when he sits down to play the marble, he can't see the marble. There's something comes in the front, he can't see the marble at all. This is the condition of the grandpa. When the grandson takes away the marble, what will be the feeling of the grandpa? Will he sit down and putting his hand on the head and cry, oh, cry? No, he is so relieved, thank God. And tomorrow if I'm busy, I have an excuse that, see, you took it away. Therefore, tomorrow also I cannot take. Tomorrow I'll take him, but suppose some emergency comes. So they rise above all attachments. The things of the world are painful for them. Like grandpa, marbles are painful. They are working only for the welfare of all. They are not working for the sake of the fruits. They are working for the welfare of all the beings. So first, the seekers, they attack at the vasana level with buddhi yoga by working with total love, by working without selfishness and selfish desires. Meaning with a loving attitude, the loving attitude of buddhi yoga. And then equipped with purity, they attack avidya, ignorance, with sankhya buddhi, atma jnana, the quest for I as I. And then becoming manishinaha, they become vinirmuktaha, totally free. Totally free from what? Janma, bandha, vinirmuktaha. Free, totally free from the fetters of birth. Now, this we should understand is very carefully, free from the birth. Not that next birth I will not be born. Right here and now, they realize I am birthless. Not later on, I will not be, next birth I will not be born. That is not. Even now, I am birthless. Imagine, like space. The space in the pot. The pot is born. Is the space born? If you think that the pot was made and then the space was poured into it, don't tell others if you are thinking like that. Space is already, in space, the pot was built. So space is like consciousness. Consciousness is like space. The space example is given a lot. Akasha, Atmobhamam. Atma is like Akasha. So consciousness is like space. Consciousness is not born when the body is born. When the pot breaks, does the space break? So too, when the body dies, consciousness never dies. And you are that consciousness. So you cannot die. Na hanyate hanyamane sharire. When the body dies, consciousness cannot die. When the pot breaks, nothing happens to the space. So too, when the body, anything happening to the BMI, nothing happens to consciousness. So basically, you cannot die. Even if you want to die, you cannot die. You can dye your hair if you want, or dye your clothes. I still remember that girl very much. She said, she looked at me, said, Swamiji, why don't you dye your hair? Her mom also was watching. A very nice statement. Mom also was smiling. I also was smiling. Then she added the next statement. She said, Swamiji, why don't you dye your hair like my mom? When she like, mom was shy. Summai ready. Why mood? Tamil mother. Keep quiet. Don't open your mouth. And I couldn't control my laughter. See how they are observing. So you can maximum, you can dye your hair. So this husband, the wife was telling, I think I'm getting white hairs. I think I'm getting white hairs. The wife told the husband. And the husband, and she says, what should I do? I'm thinking I'm getting white hairs. What should I do? Husband says, I think you should dye. She looked, what do you mean? I mean, dye your hair, I meant. So you cannot dye. You can dye your hair. Clothes also. I still remember that lady. When in their home, I went and said, I want to dye my, after Brahmacharya, white robes, I want to make into yellow robes. And I said to that lady, Amma, I want to dye in your kitchen. Because when I went for Bhiksha, I took 2 sets. I told her, Amma, I want to dye in your kitchen. The moment she heard that, she was terrified. And she shouted at her, Oji, ye bacha mera ghar mein, mere kitchen mein marna chahta hai. He wants to die in my kitchen. Why my kitchen? She doesn't mind me dying. Why my kitchen he wants to die? Then I said, no. What I meant is, I didn't know what to, kapda, clothes. I didn't know the word dye. Kapda, dye. Later on I gave rang de basanti. That's how we all South Indians learn with the movies. Rang de basanti. When she understood, she said, Swamiji, I will die for you. The husband heard that. Swamiji, I will die for you. He was happily coming to see. Then he was disappointed to know that she's meaning the dyeing the clothes. So you can dye your hair, you can dye your clothes. Meaning, no birth or death for you. You are birthless, you are deathless. And then what happens? Padam gacchanti anamayam. Anamayam padam gacchanti. They go to that state which is beyond all evil, beyond all disease. Means they attain Atma Swarupam, I as I. Thereafter, no more coming, no more going. Free from all disease. I as I is always at ease. So and so, as so and so, dis-ease. So, anamayam padam gacchanti. Gacchanti means going. Here, going means, goes means knows. So, goes means knows. Knows what? That Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Swarupa. They realize that. They realize their nature, my own nature, is ever pure, immaculate, ever awakened I am, ever free. So, Buddhi Yuktaha Janaha, those who are empowered with Yoga Buddhi and Sankhya Buddhi, Manishinaha Bhutva, becoming Manishinaha. Manishinaha means those who have both Yoga Buddhi and Sankhya Buddhi. Janma Bandha Vinirmuktaha Santaha, becoming free from birth and death. Padam gacchanti anamayam. Jivantaha eva. While living means they will become Jivan Muktaha, ever free, while living in the BMI. not after leaving the body. Right here and now. That is Vedanta. Here and now, you should realize you are birthless and deathless. So, Buddhi Yukta Manishinaha, those who are empowered with Sankhya Buddhi and Yoga Buddhi, are totally free from birth and death. Now, imagine this person told, Swamiji, I know, I understand, I totally understand. So I know that I am birthless. I know I am birthless. But to realize this, I have to take many, many, many births. See the contradiction. I know I am birthless. But to realize this, I have to take many births. Then what is the use of my knowledge? My knowledge of I am birthless. So the knowledge of birthless is worthless. At least change the word birth into breath. Then it is understandable. Change the word birth to breath. See, birth and breath is so close. For every birthday, you can sing like this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday and happy birthday goes easily. You can. So whenever you are singing, sing very loudly. Happy birthday to you. So then you can say, Swamiji, I know I am birthless, but to realize this, I have to take many breaths. Breaths, not births. So Janma Bandha Vinirmuktaha. And you realize you are birthless. This wonderful knowledge, I am birthless, you can easily get when you travel in train in India. When I travel in train, I get this wonderful experience. In the train, when I don't get birth, in the night time, I don't get a birth. So when I don't get birth, I understand I am birthless. Now we may ask, when can I get this knowledge, this Yoga Buddhi? When can I get this Sankhya Buddhi? Because when can I become Manishinaha? When can we become Manishinaha? So Manishinaha means who has the Yoga Buddhi and Sankhya Buddhi. So when can I get this Yoga Buddhi? When can I get this? When means time. In time, I want to know. How long will it take? And how will I know? I should know also. So how will I know that I got it? So when will I reach? So when will I attain this? When will I reach this Yoga Buddhi and Sankhya Buddhi? So do you also feel that? Do you also feel when I will reach? You may say, Swamiji, what? I am feeling, when will your class end? That is what I am feeling right now. Okay, you may not want to know, but I want to tell because I prepared already. So why should I unnecessarily prepare if I can't tell? So I already prepared. So when will I reach? And how will I know that I reached? Next verse, verse 52. So let's chant verse 52. Yada te moha kalilam.
Yada te moha kalilam.
Buddhir vyatitarishyati.
Buddhir vyatitarishyati.
Tada gantasi nirvedam.
Tada gantasi nirvedam.
Shrotavyasya shrutasya cha.
Shrotavyasya shrutasya cha.
Yada. Yada means yasmin kale. Yada te buddhihi. Here buddhi means mind and intellect. When your mind and intellect vyatitarishyati. See the word used, vyatitarishyati. Tarishyati itself crosses. Atitarishyati. Very, very much crossed. But here, vyatitarishyati. Tarishyati, atitarishyati, plus V plus atitarishyati. So V plus atitarishyati becomes vyatitarishyati. Means totally, very well crossed. So when your mind completely crosses over, what? Moha kalilam. Moha. Moha kalilam, the dirt of delusion, the taint of delusion. Is because of the delusion or the illusion. Delusion is the very cause for our erroneous identification with the not self. I think because of the delusion, I think I am BMI. Moha kalilam, the dirt of delusion, the taint of delusion. Delusion here, look at me. Delusion here at the intellect level. So delusion here, illusion there. Illusion out there. Example, delusion of the rope here. Illusion of the snake there. Delusion of the rope here. Illusion of the snake out there. So delusion, illusion go together. So to delusion of I as I, the pure consciousness. I am pure consciousness. One delusion of that. I don't know that I am. I don't see I as I. Therefore, the illusion. What? I am so and so. I am so and so means I am tall, dark, handsome. Means what? I as the body. If the body is tall, dark, and I as the body, I am tall, dark, handsome. Another person, I am horizontally tall. Why I should say I am fat? Do the tall people say I am horizontally, vertically fat? Nobody says that. So I also say I am horizontally tall. That also I as body. Some say, Swamiji, I am very kind. I am very kind. And some, I am kind of. So I as mind. If the mind is kind, I am kind. If the same mind is kind of, I am kind of. I am doctor. I am lawyer. I am engineer. I as intellect. We are describing I as the body or the mind or the intellect. Isn't it? How it happens when I am not, this is not self, I am not this. Then how did I become this? Plenty of examples. Movie, Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood, Zollywood, all woods are coming. Means lost in the woods. In the movie, what happens? You watch the movie and you identify with the hero and heroine. I always give the story of Abhiman movie, where that my host, she was totally identified with that Abhiman heroine. When she was crying, this lady eating popcorn and crying. What else? Tragedy. Man also identifies with the hero. He thinks he's the hero. I tell the man, look, if you are the hero, they will never take the movie. Think, if you are the hero, they will never take a movie. So we identify. Therefore, the joy of watching the movies you don't identify, you cannot enjoy that movie. And the movies you cannot identify, they are called award movies. 1 rupee ticket. And when you went, because 1 rupee ticket, therefore you went and you start seeing that movie. What a movie is this? Who will watch such a movie? And still you don't want to come out because something I may identify. And you all know, that the movie happens only when it is totally dark. Movie happens in darkness. In the same way, samsara, the erroneous identification, samsara also happens in darkness of ignorance, avidya. But in the movie also we can learn. Because movie can be gone for fun and learning also. So what can we learn from the movie? Watch see, they're only acting. Nothing has really happened to them, but they act. So you appreciate the critiques especially. They appreciate the action, the acting. Now, Jayabadri crying. I really liked her crying. Her crying was beautiful. See, she efficiently cries because she is sufficiently paid. Therefore, she efficiently cries. Sufficiently paid. And what are we doing? We are watching the movie. We who are watching, we pay for the movie and cry. What a stupidity. Unlimited stupidity. I saw one husband and wife fighting. When they were fighting, I thought maybe they are playing, role playing. So for a few minutes I watched. It was not coming, it didn't like it. I said, cut. When I said cut, they looked at me and then continued. And that day, my bhiksha was cut. That's was when I said cut, maybe they misunderstood. Cut my bhiksha. They cut my bhiksha. Bhiksha got cut. So when they fight, both went out and I am alone, no bhiksha. So remember, when we are all the desires, all the agitations, all the desire prompted agitation whipped up activities, all are only I as I. All as I. All desires, any desire you got so far till today, all are I as I. I as a parent, I as a spouse, I as a all I so and so. Imagine when you don't want anything. When you don't want anything, everyone starts asking you at that time, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? This mom and dad, they have 2 sons. The second son keeps on asking, give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. And the older one never asks anything, never asks. Now, what will the parents feel? Will they not bend backwards to give anything to the older son if only he asks? And one day he asks. They were eager. What do you want? What do you want? They said, Mom, Dad, I want to meet Swamiji and discuss Vedanta. It's a wrong example, but imagine the parents will be ready to bring the child to me also. They don't want to come, but they will bring the child, drop. Swamiji, he wanted to see you. So when delusion is gone, moha kalilam gone, nothing can entice you. Yada te moha kalilam vyatitarishyati, nothing can tempt you. So this dirt of delusion, now this delusion, how it operates? When the moha kalila is there, you are deluded regarding your own duty. You don't know what you should do. And others know your duty, but I don't know. Others tell you, don't you know that this is your duty? Oh, I forgot. That's the one excuse. Don't you know every Sunday evening that you have to take the garbage out? Don't you know that it's your duty? I forgot. What else can they do? Delusion regarding duty. Not only delusion regarding the duty, which is very common. Furthermore, delusion regarding our own self. Delusion regarding me, myself. Isn't it? I take so and so as the self. So this delusion pollutes my mind and makes my mind extrovert, and this delusion goads my mind to run after sense pleasures. It instigates my mind to run after OET. Run after OET, the objects, emotions, and thoughts. It provokes my mind for sense gratification. Incites, see how many words you can use. Incites my mind to indulge in sense pleasures. This is what? This is the nature of moha, delusion. This delusion creates fascination for the world and infatuation for worldly pleasures. Infatuation for worldly pleasures. And when your mind overcomes this delusion, tada, at that time, gantasi. Gantasi means gamishyasi. You will go. You shall go. At that time, you shall go. Means you will attain. Attain what? Nirvedam. Tada gantasi nirvedam. Nirvedam means vairagyam. Dispassion. When your mind overcomes this delusion, then at that time you will attain vairagyam. So nirvedam gantasi, vairagyam gantasi. Now understand, vairagya is not opposite of raga. Vairagya, not opposite of raga. Vairagya means neither raga nor dvesha. Both are not there. Rising above likes and dislikes. Now, imagine, now as an adult, what are your feelings for toys? In your childhood, you are so attached to toys. Now, what is your attitude towards toys? No attachment. Is there a hatred? No aversion also. No attachment, no aversion. That is called going above. Rising above ragadvesha. Rising above likes and dislikes. Tada gantasi nirvedam. Vairagyam. Vairagyam for what? Here Krishna gives vairagyam for shrotavyasya shrutasya cha. Dispassion for shrotavyasya shrutasya cha. Shrutasya. Shrutasya means dispassion for all that you have already heard. Dispassion for all that which has been heard. Dispassion for whatever you have heard. Meaning, dispassion for all that I know. Total dispassion. All that I know also, I don't crave to enjoy it again and again. So dispassion for all that I know. So what all I know? Dispassion for all that I have been seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking, blinking, winking. Now you can bring that. Total dispassion. No more desire for seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking. Whatever you have seen earlier, you don't care anymore. Total dispassion. And also dispassion for shrotavyasya. Shrutasya and shrotavyasya. Shrotavyasya means dispassion for those yet to be heard. Meaning dispassion for that which is yet to be heard or seen or smelt or tasted or touched. Means dispassion for all that I want to know. Dispassion for all that I think of, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, all that you want. Dispassion for all that I want to know. Because people are there who are craving for even the things they have not seen. Like heavenly pleasures. And I said rum and tea. Rambha, Urvashi, Menaka. For that they do tapas. Miserable creatures. Total dispassion for Shrotavyasya, Shrutasya cha. Shrutasya, dispassion for all that is heard. And also Shrotavyasya, dispassion for all that is yet to be heard. Means no more desire for the known, no more desire for the unknown, no more desire for the seen, no more desire for the unseen, no more desire for the heard, no more desire for the unheard. This indeed is the result of Buddhi Yoga. This is the result of Karma Yoga. This is Karma Yoga Phalam. This is Buddhi Yoga Phalam. Now, remember your question. When will I know that I got Buddhi Yoga? How will I know that I got Buddhi Yoga? Here is the answer. When I experience this Buddhi Yoga Phalam, when I experience Buddhi Yoga Phalam, then I will know. What is Buddhi Yoga Phalam? Vairagyam. Dispassion. Dispassion is the Buddhi Yoga Phalam. So dispassion, Vairagyam is the Phalam of Buddhi Yoga, Karma Yoga. So to attain this Vairagyam, whatever time you need, you take. Take your own time. One person asked a father, he asked the one father of the child, what will be your son when he completes his education? What will your son be when he completes his education? This father started, I think he will be 40, 45 years. Because he takes his own time. And father, being a very sarcastic, he is very thorough. He is very thorough. Every class, he spends minimum 2-3 years because he is very thorough, very thorough. So, see this. So I cannot tell when you will reach, when you will know that you got Buddhi Yoga. It may be 2 years, it may be 20 years, it may be 3 years, it may be 30 years. It all depends upon your sadhana. When you fulfill the needed condition, then you will know. When you cross this moha kalilam, when you cross this extrovertedness of mind, and you develop vairagya for here and hereafter, vairagya for whatever you have already heard, and also vairagya for whatever you want to hear, not yet heard. Means all that you have seen, heard, smelled, tasted, touched, felt, thought of, all no more vairagya. So vairagya, vairagyameva abhayam. In the summer camp, I remember, I say vairagya, and my summer camp students, they roar. It's like a thunder. Vairagya, when I say vairagya, vairagya, dispassion. I will conquer my likes and dislikes. So beautiful to enjoy there. Now I'm waiting for the summer camp. Every year, they get rejuvenated by these sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. So wealth. So vairagya for the known, vairagya for the unknown. then known and unknown cannot tempt you. This is called Vairagya. So when you have Vairagya for known and unknown, here and hereafter, then understand you got it. Buddhi Yoga. So this Vairagya is not alabhe Vairagyam. Because I did not get it, therefore dispassion. No, not like that the grapes are sour because the fox couldn't get it. That is not Vairagya. And also not Smashana Vairagya. Graveyard, cremation Vairagya. No, real Vairagya. I don't want anything. Because the like the grandfather, marble is so painful. The OET pleasures are torturing you. You don't want it. You are frustrated. You are all the pleasures of the senses. You become allergic. But you live in the world. You have no craving for sense gratification. So here the adhikari is pointed out. Adhikari is very important. Qualification. Now, next verse. Next verse is Sankhya Darshan. Sankhya Darshan means Atma Darshan. So Sankhya Darshan is Atma Darshan. That is verse 53. The last verse. So let's chant verse 53. Shruti vipratipanna
Shruti vipratipanna te
yada sthasyati nischala
yada stasyati nischala
samadhavachala buddhihi
samadhavachala buddhihi
tada yogamavapsyasi.
tada yogamavapsyasi.
Remember earlier Lord said, Yadate buddhihi mohakalilam vyatitarishyati. When your mind completely crosses over. What? Mohakalilam, the taint of delusion, the dirt of delusion. When your mind crosses over. Tadagantasi nirvedam. Then at that time you will attain Vairagyam. Nirvedam, Vairagyam. So, Lord says, when your mind overcomes delusion, then at that time you will attain Nirvedam, Vairagyam. Nirvedam Gantasi, Vairagyam Gantasi. And when you get Nirvedam, Vairagyam, then understand. Immediately that understanding must come. Whenever you are feeling Vairagya, understand. What? You are gaining the Karma Yoga Phalam. You are gaining the Buddhi Yoga Phalam. So Vairagya means it is a fruit, it is a phalam, the result of your Buddhi Yoga practice. See the glory. So the result of Karma Yoga, the result of Buddhi Yoga is Vairagya. It is all in your hands. It's an ongoing process. You go on purifying. So Gurudev declared, hasten slowly. Hasten slowly. Perform your kartavya karma in the loving attitude of Buddhi Yoga. Vairagya, arise, awake. Sankhya Yoga, arise and awake and stop not till the goal is reached. This is Vivekananda's quotation. He was a Vairagya Viveka. Arise, Viveka, Arise, Vairagya. Awake, Viveka. So with Vairagya and Viveka, awake. And stop not till the goal is reached. Now, when will I know that I got the Sankhya Buddhi, Sankhya Darshan, Atma Darshan? When will I know that I got the Atma Darshan? Now, Lord is saying, Shruti Vipratipannate Yada Sthasyati Nischala. Yada Te Buddhihi. Here also, your M&I, mind intellect, Sthasyati, will remain when your buddhi remains, when your buddhi will remain. Nischala. Nischala means without flickering, no flickering, without wavering, without moving. Now, what is our buddhi now? The condition of our buddhi. We have Shruti Vipratipanna Buddhi. Vipratipanna means confused, confounded, totally confused. I'm so confused, Swamiji. First day, second day, every day you are confusing me more and more, Swamiji. Fourth, till yesterday, first day, little confusion. Second day, little more confusion. Third day, more. Yesterday, terrible confusion. Now today, I'm waiting how much more confusion you are going to give me. Vipratipanna means confusion. Confused. At the moment, my mind is confused. Confused by what? Shruti. Now, Shruti, two meanings. Shruti means by what we hear. Shruti also means scriptures. Vedic scriptures, the revelations. That also called Shruti. So, Shruti means what I hear. Shruti also means the scriptures. Now, when I want to practice spirituality, spiritual practice, I understand that I must do japa. I must do japa for concentration. Therefore, I start doing. When I start doing japa, one person tells me, see, japa is not very effective. Do pranayama. Pranayama is better. So do pranayama. Japa, I'll give it up. Do pranayama. Now I'm confused. Should I do japa or should I do pranayama? What should I do? Then another person comes and he says, see, he told you to give up japa and take up pranayama. I tell you, you need not give up japa. Then what? What you do is, you need not give up japa. I tell you, you put japa in prana. With every prana, you do japa. Now I am confused. With inhalation, what? And with exhalation, what? What japa with what part of japa with inhalation? What part of japa with exhalation? And again, oh, yeah, I didn't tell you that. See, when you inhale, you say so. And when you exhale, you say hum. So, hum. And when you're about to practice, another person comes and says, these are all not the real ways of concentrating. This is not the way I have to concentrate. I will tell you the real technique. What? Light a candle and concentrate on the flame. Thus, so many techniques you start hearing. And also, people start reading many books. Not in one book they have practiced. This person told Gurudev, Swamiji, I went through Gita many times. And he has been telling Gurudev many times. And Gurudev once said, okay, I know Gita, you went through Gita many times. Did Gita go through you at least once? Did Gita go through you? That never happens. That's why these yajnas We are totally, our whole mind is preoccupied in it. By your grace, I am able to revel in the Gita words. To this second chapter, there are beautiful verses. So people read many books, never practice. And nowadays, Google, Google, oh Google. And Google does golmal, confusion. Moreover, we see many TV channels, even religious TV channels, and get confused. So our mind today is confused, listening to many things. You hear many statements and get confused. Why confused? Because you don't understand the standpoint from where the statement is, for what the statement is made. If I understand the standpoint, then I'll not be confused over that statement. So try to understand from what standpoint that statement was made. So if I understand the standpoint, then the statement I will understand in that perspective. Moreover, all the instructions are for different seekers. Because imagine, for the one tongue, so many varieties of tastes. From Asian to Italian to all, how many varieties? Mexican, Andhra to Zimbabwe. Varieties of tastes for the tongue. One tongue. If for the tongue so many tastes, what to talk of the mind? So each mind is different. That would different levels of thinking, different levels of consciousness. So you should understand for what seekers that statements are made. Those instructions are for what kind of seekers. At what level are those instructions? If I understand that, then no confusion. But you should understand the bottom line, the final teaching. The final teaching is Tattvamasi. Tat Tvam Asi. Meaning that pure consciousness, Chinmaya, you are. That consciousness you are. Now we are enjoying our Viveka Chudamani class. How many verses? 11 verses. In 10 verses, the Acharya is giving Brahma Tattvamasi, Bhavaya Atmani. At least these portions, that verse from 2, I should not tell the number. If I tell refer the verses. Or attend Vivek Chudamani class. Brahma Tattvamasi, the verse, very first verse, Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha, Varjitam, Desha, Kala, Vishayati, Vartiyat, Brahma Tattvamasi, Bhavayatmani, Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha, Varjitam, Desha Kala Vishayati Vartiyat Brahma Tattvamasi Bhavayatmani. Brahma Tattvamasi. That Brahman thou art. You are that Brahman. Bhavaya. Feel it. Think of it. The feeling and thinking together is called Bhavana. Bhavayatmani, Brahma Tattvamasi, Tat Tvam Asi. And when I do the bhavana and I realize Aham Brahmasmi, I am that Brahman, then my buddhi becomes Nischala. Nischala means Vikshepa Rahita. No more Vikshepa. No more agitations, confusions. My buddhi becomes steady. So, yada shruti vipratipanna te buddhi nischala. When your buddhi, your mind, intellect, free from all the confusions, becomes steady, then samadhau achala sthasyati. Achala. Achala means without any movement. Without any movement. Achala means sankalpa, vikalpa, varjita. Sankalpa means a thought. And vikalpa, a contrary thought. How many, you might have experienced yesterday, for fourth day, should I go for the class? 3 days I went. I think the third strike is out. Another contrary thought. Should I attend or should I not attend? Why attend? I will listen to recording later. That later never happens. Right now, if it doesn't happen, even the later will happen. Like that, we have been postponing. When Swamiji said, take your own time. I think, like the father said, I think by 40, 45 years, I think he will complete his education. What to do? So, sankalpa, a thought. A contrary thought, vikalpa. So, sankalpa, vikalpa, varjita. That's called achala. Earlier, my mind was confused by not understanding the main theme of the Vedas. I didn't understand the main theme of the Upanishads. Therefore, my mind was restless. Then, slowly, I start seeing what is the real significance of all the practices. The Karma Kanda practices. The Karma Kanda is for creating purity of heart. Karma, that's a karma yoga. That karma kanda, that karma, Krishna gives a new twist, new connotation. Buddhi yoga. Working with the attitude of Buddhi yoga. Working without selfishness and selfish desires. Working with loving attitude. That purifies the heart. So karma kanda is for purifying the heart. Serve, love, give. Thus purify. Then Upasana Kanda. Upasana Kanda is for creating concentration. So all Upasanas are for concentration. And then finally, Jnana Kanda. So Jnana Kanda is for awakening and abiding as the self. I as I. So I purify with Karma Yoga and with Japa, and I create the concentration. And then with the Jnana, Sankhya Buddhi, I awake to my own true nature. But however, what happens during meditation, when I'm sitting, different thoughts rise. When different thoughts means different sankalpas, different vikalpas, they keep rising. And mind goes here and there. And when you're sitting for meditation, and if you are sitting, not that when you are sitting, if you are sitting for meditation, then you'll get to know all this. So when the mind is going here and there, now children, especially when they're studying and all, how much the mind goes here and there. And can you tell the student, can you focus when your friend is calling you to play basketball? Your friend is calling, and you have to do your homework. You're not finished. And your friend is calling. Can you focus? Impossible. So when the external disturbance is not disturbing your mind. Yes, Swamiji, the external disturbance sometimes does not disturb me. Oh, when? Like when my mom is calling me when I'm playing in the computer. When my mom is calling me when I'm playing in the iPad or anything, mom is calling, but I am not disturbed at all. It is not that, because you don't like it. You are so much engrossed in your games, which is not your duty, which is not your kartavya karma. Having finished your duty, your responsibilities, then if you play, it's understandable. without doing all your homework, etc., and you're indulging in games. And when your mom is calling you, you can't even hear. You can hear it, but you refuse to listen. So this is the condition. So when the outer disturbance does not disturb you, you are not at all disturbed by the external. The external disturbance is not disturbing your mind. Remember, बाहर से कोई अंदर न आ सके, अंदर से कोई बाहर न जा सके. सोचो, समाधि हो जाए. This is what you should understand, not the song and all. So samadhi means I as I. I as I, nothing can disturb you. Tada yogam avapsyasi. When the external disturbances are not disturbing you, and your mind is not going outward also, then tada yogam avapsyasi. You attain the yoga sthiti, the sankhya sthiti, sankhya buddhi. So when those sankalpas and vikalpas are totally gone, then that is called achala. In Lord Krishna gives an example in chapter 6. Yatha deepo nivatastha. Yatha deepaha nivatastha. Just as a lamp kept in a place, totally free from cross breeze. My lamp, if you see the lamp, no cross breeze. Therefore, steady. So too, the attention of the mind intellect, when there is no cross breeze of desires, agitations, then the flame of my attention goes steady up, 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 up. Then samadhau achala sthasyati. Samadhi means Atma. Isn't it? Samadhi means Atma, the self. So Samadhi is that in which my mind is totally absorbed. That is called Samadhi. So that in which my mind gets totally absorbed, that is called Samadhi. So the meditator's mind is totally absorbed in Atma, the pure consciousness, Chinmaya. Meditator's mind is not running into OET and absorbed in OET like our mind. The meditator's mind is totally absorbed in Atman, the self. So mind absorbing in it. So Samadhi means Atma, the self. So Samadhi means Atma. Samadhi cannot break. People say Samadhi came, Samadhi went. Samadhi did not come, Samadhi did not go. Your mind may come out of Samadhi. Mind may come out of Atma. Atma doesn't come and go. Atma is eternally present. Sat itself, the existence, eternal existence. My mind goes and comes. But when the mind is firmly established in Atman, the self, tada yogam avapsasi. At that time, you attain yoga. At that time, you attain self-realization. Samadhau achala sthasyati. No more any thoughts. Remember Gurudev's declaration. Last thought, thoughted. Last thought, thoughted. And no new thought, thoughting. These are like Zen. Last thought, thoughted. No new thought, thoughting. Then samadhi. Mind is absorbed in pure consciousness, in Chinmaya. Tada yogam avapsasi. After that, even if the mind comes out of Atma, that mind was soaked in Atma, soaked in the self. When the mind is soaked in the self, it has that eternal Shruti. This mind has the eternal Shruti of Atma behind every song of life. Every thought, every word, every action. So when the mind is soaked in Atman, soaked in the self, it has the eternal Shruti of Atma behind every song of life. Every thought has that Shruti. Every word never beats out of Shruti, never goes out of Shruti. So every thought, word, action is in that Shruti. So tada yogam avapsasi. So now we must practice Buddhi Yoga. Why? To gain purity, purity of mind, Chitta Shuddhi. For Chitta Shuddhi, we must practice. Chitta Shuddhi means purity of mind, purifying the mind, cleansing the mind. And then with Sankhya Buddhi, Atma Jnana, contemplate, meditate. The meditation verses, Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha, Varjitam, Desha, Kala, Vishayati, Vartiyat, Brahma Tattvamasi, Bhavayatmani. This is how the teacher gives all the pointers to meditate, contemplate and meditate. And through contemplation and meditation, you realize. So you contemplate and meditate to realize your own true nature, I as I. And when I realize my own true nature, I as I am Sakshi. I am the witness. I am the witness. Thereafter, witnessing. Witnessing everything. Witnessing what? All. All means what? All the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking, blinking, winking, inking. See that? Every time you can get that. Witnessing. Witnessing what? Seeing, hearing, witnessing the seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking, blinking, winking. Very enjoyable. Aham Sakshi. Aham Sakshi itiyo vidyat. Saeva muktaha. He who realizes I am Sakshi. Saeva muktaha. Such a person alone is free. So he who realizes I am Sakshi, I am witness, he alone is free. So start identifying I am Sakshi. I am free. Muktaha. Muktaha asmi. So only Atma Vilas can be Muktaha. So Muktaha asmi. Muktosmi. So Muktaha. Muktaha asmi. Muktosmi. So I am free. I am Sakshi. I am free. Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat. Hari Om. So here we conclude.
सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की
Please do namaskar to the Aarti.